Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Lanthios, and welcome back. Today, we're going to start a new game altogether. Now, it's not a new game, but it's a new game to this channel. It's called Rimworld, and it just entered alpha version 13. Guys, this is a fantastic game. I absolutely love this game. We're going to get into it, but it's a great sim overworld builder where you crash on a planet. You know what? Let's just get into it, and I will show you. So we're going to form a new colony. Now, we're going to do Cassandra Classic, which is the classic storyteller for this mode. Now, I'm not going to go super hard. I'm not going to go rough. We're going to go base builder. A style of game focused on base building. Threats are scaled back quite a bit. So we want it challenging, but we don't want it, the next one up is rough planet. There are no bonus to colonist mood or crop yields. So we're going to do this one. I think this is the best route for us. Now, we're going to go on our latest planet, Elrakis Nonus, which is one that I previously generated. This is our world. Now we have to pick a place to start. Now, I usually like building in mountainous areas with year-round growing. It's a little bit easier to start. So what we're going to do is we're going to go here, and we are going to select our site. 55 degrees in January. 83 degrees in July, so it's kind of like living in Florida. So we're going to go with that one. Select site. Now, here's where it gets difficult. We have to pick 3 people to start with. And you want to look at traits, what they're incapable of, as well as their age, because we don't want somebody who's 85 years old out there hauling stone. So let's start here and let's see. I'm going to do a little bit of this on camera, and then I'm going to do a little bit of it off camera, so we're going to go from there. So first, 23, incapable of dumb labor. Well, I'd like my people to be able to do dumb labor, so next. 41, not dumb labor. None. Okay, so he's 43, bite scar on his right arm. Mining, crafting, construction, growing. Those are pretty good. I think we can do better. So what we're going to do, he's incapable of mining. But he's a pretty good shooter. I'm not really looking for an artist. And guys, I will tell you ahead of time, ooh, I really like this guy, except for the fact that he can't do dumb labor. Kind of like this guy, so we're going to stick with this guy. Riordan Reed. So next let's look at Kyle. Capable of caring and scary. Nudist and greedy. Really looking for a shooter and a miner. Okay, mining. Shooting is bad. So this is how we do this. We go through and we see, these indicate that they have a interest or a passionate interest. What do they call it? A burning passion for learning these things. So we really don't want that. Crafting is a 10. Or is a 7. Medicine is a 10. 62 though, a little old. So guys, let me pick these out and I will be right back with what we've decided. So guys, here's what we ended up with. Contreras, who is a surgeon, who is absolutely fantastic at shooting, fantastic at medicine, has no incapable traits, which is good, has a lot of family relations, so we may be able to use these. Lucky, who is a grunt, capable of social and caring, but that's okay because our surgeon does both of those very well, but is a great crafter, has a burning passion for construction, volatile, psychically sensitive, I'm not happy about, but we're going to go with that. And Danny, our miner, who is an amazing miner, and is really, really well-rounded. Age 19, well-rounded, and capable of nothing, too smart. He can learn a lot, which is good. And bloodlust, which means he's going to start fights. I'm not really happy about that, but we're going to go ahead and we are going to get into this and see what happens. And here we are. The 3 of you awake in your cryosleep sarcophagi to the sound of sirens and ripping metal. You barely get to the escape pods before the ship is torn apart. Some time later, you land on this unknown Rimworld. As pieces of shredded starship fall around you, you start making plans to survive. So there we go. We've landed on the planet. Now we're going to pause the game for a second just to look at our surroundings. And guys, I really like this. This is a really, really easily defendable position. We're going to wall this off eventually, and we're going to cut into the mountain and build here. Really like that feature. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at Danny, our miner. Sorry about that. Fraps decided to go a little haywire. So we're going to look at Danny, and we're going to start with Danny and look at our orders. Now, the first thing we want Danny to do is mine out a little bit of rock first. So we're going to go here. We're going to say 3 back to 20. Just go to 20 right now. We're going to set Danny off there. And then we are going to select all of these goodies that we have, and we're going to say unforbid them. So now this way, we're going to be able to get all of these steel chunks that we have, all of these weapons, everything. And we're going to go ahead and start there. Unforbid, there's the key. Unforbid, unforbid. So these are all valuable resources that we need that came down with our ship. But they have no access to them because I haven't said, hey, go ahead and grab that. So now, we're going to speed things up a bit while this starts to happen. Now, the first thing we need to be concerned with is building a room. So what I'll probably do is start doing a little bit of planning. We're going to plan rooms, say here, here, and here to start for our first 3. Here, we're going to build a 3x3 cell because it happens quite quickly that you need a cell. So it's going to go there. And we're going to tell you to mine. We're going to cancel up to here. We're going to tell you to mine. Oh, didn't mean to do that. And to do that. So there, now Danny is going to continue to mine out that first section. Now while Danny's working on that, we're going to create a dumping stockpile of, let's say, 9x9 to start, because 9x9 is an efficient size. While that's happening, we're going to start a grow section of, it's not going to work there. Eventually we're going to get into hydroponics and all kinds of goodies that will let us, I guess we're going to go 9x9 and just start there. You can start corn. And you can start, actually we're going to say we're going to pause this and we're going to say you are heel root, and you are potato plants. So there we go. Now the first night's going to fall. They're going to sleep outside. They're not going to be very happy with me. And that's okay. Eventually when we get here, they're going to be able to sleep in beds inside. It's going to be nice and cozy. Meanwhile, Contras, our surgeon, is digging out all kinds of stuff. So guys, let me get this rolling and I will get back to you in just a second. So Danny is almost done with that room. And what we're going to start doing is planning out a freezer. Because honestly, I feel like a freezer is the next most important thing. Not sure I exactly like the placement, but we're going to go with that. So what we're going to do is we're going to pipe out straight to here. And this is where we're going to do our ventilation. This is how we're going to pipe out the room. So from there, that's going to be our freezer. As soon as Danny's done with that, we're going to send him onto this area here. Next, we need to start looking at cutting out for our power production. Now, I'm just going to start with a solar generator, I think, up in here. Okay, so Danny's almost done. Danny needed to eat. So as soon as this room is done, or even before it's done, we can start putting furniture in. Let's grab a wood bed. Now, it's not super, but it's better than sleeping outside. So we're going to go here. We're going to go to structure. We're going to put a wooden door in here and a wooden wall here and here. So at least now they'll have a way to sleep inside. Contras and Debutante are sleeping outdoors. Who knows? Maybe they prefer the great wild nights. Who knows? So, that's that. It's sleeping through the night. Now, what we're going to do is keep planning. So, there's our freezer. And connected to our freezer, we're actually going to put our refrigerator. So, as soon as you finish this, we might actually want to do something like this. I like that idea better. And then we're going to put the prison cell right here. Okay, that's not bad. So let's plan that prison cell, because that's going to happen as soon as... Come on, Danny. See, now we're indoors. By that animation, we know that we're indoors. We've got Lucky and Contras cleaning up and hauling. Good. You guys are cleaning already. See, because a lot of things affect this game, guys. There's mental, where... Let's take a second and look at somebody. If we look at Contras, we look at their health, everything is okay for her there. We look at her needs. There's joy they need. They need rest, food, moods, and things affect them, like sleeping outside and sleeping on the ground and sleeping in the cold, and having an ugly environment. So we're going to need to spruce this place up as time goes to make them happy. So at least we're giving them one bedroom that they should be able to sleep in. Put a door on that bedroom. Okay. And then furniture, one more wooden bed. Okay. So now we're going to send our miner to start digging that out. We have a visitor already. You know, we are going to get attacked. There are going to be raids. Things are going to happen to us, so we have to be aware of these things, even this early on. And that's why I'm planning to have this prisoner room. Everybody eventually will have their own 5x5 room with lights and floors and everything nice. But right now, we're just not at that point yet. So, once Danny's done with that, we're actually going to tell him to dig out all of that. Because this is going to be where we put our first solar panel. And guys, you can control the speed by pressing 1, 2, or 3 for the various speeds. So, and spacebar pauses it, but we're not going to be pausing it. We're going to keep this rolling full ahead right now. There are going to be times that we have to slow things down or we have to speed things up. And right now, this early in the game is really a point where you want to slow things down. So everybody's sleeping inside. There's a visitor. We're going to talk to him. So who is our social person? Talk to. Look at Danny. And look at his gear. Danny is our social. Actually, Contras. So we're going to send her out to trade with Kit. Now, we don't know if we have anything to trade with Kit, but we're going to just call her Lane, because that's her first name. So go out there and talk to Kit. You know, even if we can't trade with them, it's good to approach to have positives. Okay, so drag number to trade. Ooh, I really, really, really want that assault rifle. But I don't think it's happening. I don't think we have anything that we can trade with him right now. That's okay. So let's go back to sleep. We're going to need to make the dog a bed too. Okay, so Kit is leaving. Okay, there goes Lucky back to work. Or well, Lucky's eating and now going back to work. And we need to really get Danny up on this section, because the next thing we're going to need to build... What should we call this? We're going to call it... we're going to call it Welton. I like that name. So now we're going to look at power. And we're going to look at the solar generators. We'll be able to put a couple lined up right there as soon as Danny can start knocking the stuff out. If it will let me put it there. A hunter lacks weapon, low food. So we probably should tell our hunter... I believe Lucky is a hunter. No, obviously not Lucky. Danny... Contras is our hunter. So let's find the rifle, because you generally start with... a rifle. There you go. Go get it. Pistol, we're going to make that available. And a plastisteel knife. So you get 2 melee and a melee and 2 long rifles. So Contras, go grab that. Equip it. You are our melee. You go grab that. And just right about time. So now we have a mad animal that we're going to have to deal with. We're going to jump to the location. And it is a mad squirrel. It's a man-eater. Whoa, here she comes. Okay, so now Danny, I'm going to put you on draft. And... see, this is one of those times where... Danny, there you go. Now, Danny, do not die. Do not die, Danny. Contras, we're going to put you on draft as well. Or not. It's already done. So how badly did Danny get wrecked on that? Oh, not bad. Not bad at all. So, what we're going to need to do is turn a bed and set it as medical. So Danny's bed is now going to be medical. Danny's okay. We're going to take you off draft. And you want to sleep this off, Danny. I know. That's okay. So Contras, our doctor, is standing on the bed, nonetheless, and treating him. So when he sleeps... We're not going to rescue the squirrel. Danny needs to eat some. Danny likes to eat. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to then get our solar generator and plop one of you. We're going to have to adjust that, but that's okay. So what we're going to do real quick then is we're going to take and remove plans here. And we're going to move our plans over by 1. So this is the beginning of how it's going to work, guys. This is the beginning of the colony. And Danny, why are you sleeping outside? Guys, I sometimes don't understand why these characters do the things they do. So, oh, that's why Danny's sleeping outside, because this is a medical bed. We're going to set it as a non-medical. Sorry, Danny. Forgot to set you to not live in a medical bed. And Lucky is probably stargazing. Cloud watching. Stargazing? It's daytime land. Come on. Okay. So you're going to haul. Guys, you're starting to see how this game functions. So let's see if we can start to put in power there. Because I'd love to put at least another solar generator. Terrain cannot support it. Okay. Guess maybe right there. So what we're going to do then is we're going to power conduit down. We're going to put you there. I guess we're going to have 2 separate ways to handle power. And a wanderer just joined, so we need room for another bed quickly. So forget that idea. And we're going to set this to be our next mining area. Let's find this wanderer. Duster. Now let's see what Duster is about. Duster is one heck of a shooter. Well, he could be one heck of a shooter. Great at social. Burning desire for construction. He's incapable of cooking and firefighting. He loves heat, and he's a teetotaler, which means he does not like drugs at all. Yes, there is addiction in this game. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to knock out his new bedroom, and hopefully some of this kitchen area, and we'll be right back. And we're back. So what we're going to do now is we're going to make some room for power and for storage of power. So while Danny is still finishing up that, we're going to set up a mining area for Danny to get to power. Eventually, we're going to run power in, and then we're going to set up... Who has a terrible mood? This is bad. Danny's got a terrible mood. Maybe because we're working Danny so dang hard. He's about to break. He has no food, no joy. And his mood is terrible. And here comes a raid. The raid is right outside. So we're going to draft... Is Danny... Oh, Duster came with something. We're going to raid... We're going to bring him there. Danny, we're going to bring you there. And Conscious, we're going to bring you right there. Move you out of the way. So, she's out of the way. This is a barkeep. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up that bed. This is why we dug out that area as fast as we could. Put the bed in. Put a wooden door in. And we're going to undraft you guys because you guys need to get back to work. Now, I'm sorry, Danny. I know we're working you extremely hard. I apologize, buddy. But we've got to do this, man. This is kind of how it's got to be. And then we're going to send somebody to... Nope, Danny. Set for prisoners. Danny just wants to sleep. So we're going to take you. We're going to say capture Max, the barkeep. He goes in there. And our surgeon is now treating him. That is that. Life is good. So he's no longer incapable of walking. He's not doing great. And we're going to make sure that he's only getting Basic doctor care, but no medicine. Okay, so hopefully this guy survives. Maybe he can become part of our society. Danny's health is not doing well. Danny, we're actually going to tell you to prioritize here. That's more important to me. We can handle the raiders right now, because what we need to set up eventually... What is this? A steel shiv. Poor Danny. You know what? Maybe if Danny will make himself a bed. He didn't even put a bed where I want to put it. Break this one, Danny. Alright, Danny, let's see if we can get you a bed, man. You've been working hard for us. So we're going to say, Danny, prioritize working on the bed. Mental state. Danny is in a daze. This is bad. We just need to get Danny taken care of. Danny is like the rock of this crew right now. And if Danny breaks, I really don't know what we're going to do. Okay. Come on, Danny. Danny took off his clothes. He's naked now. He's bleeding 42%. We need to get that bed in. I'm going to say, Lucky, please. Contras. Duster, please tell me that you're a constructor. Yes. Okay. We're going to make this a medical bed as soon as possible to get Danny in it. To get Danny taken care of. Set as medical. Duster, you're going to kind of have to take over, man. And Danny, you're going to have to put clothes on. We're going to need you to put clothes on, Danny. Who is not a miner? Okay, so is Lucky a miner? So our only miner is Danny right now. Force you to put your shirt on. Force you to put your pants on. And guys, unfortunately, this is how it works sometimes. Danny, it's cloud watching. Maybe, okay, so he's doing a little better. He's stressed, but he's not doing terrible. Okay, do we have any more food laying around? Critical alert, poor mood. We really need to get this first batch of food going. So we're behind the 8 ball on this, and hopefully Danny will help us out. Okay, Danny, go ahead and sleep. We're going to say prisoner, friendly chat. Okay. Somebody's going to chat him up. Let's see. Come on. Social. Listen to Duster talk about how nice the colony is. It's a good start. So guys, I think this is where we're going to cut this episode. Hopefully, we can get Danny back up to par because we really, really, really need Danny. And guys, I hope you all enjoyed, and I hope to see you in the next episode. Take it easy.